Good evening, folks. It is just past 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on July the 8th, 2022. Hope our creators keep you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button, as it does help me bump up in the algorithm, and share this across other platforms so we can bring awareness of what is going on out in our solar system and here on the Earth. If you happen to be new to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell in case we have any critical future updates, as we kind of do right now. Folks, we literally just had a nice M2.57 pop off earlier today, just a short while ago. As you can see, this baby is fat, and you all know what it means when you got a fat flare. That means we got some corona mass ejection and plasma, and guess which one it happened to be? Let me show you. Where do I got it pulled up at? Oh, right here from 3053, this big old nasty monstrosity. But we're going to get back to that here in just a minute. First thing I do want to go take a look at, and let's go check out the Enlil model. And yes, Enlil, the Anunnaki wannabe god, the son of Anu. The Enlil models, we're going to check out. This right here is NASA's prediction model of Enlil, and it is not up to date yet. Let's see if we've got the Space Weather Prediction Centers, which is also known as NOAA, and NOAA's is not up to date yet either. So we might have to wait until tomorrow to see if we can get this up to date. We're going to come on over here to Space Weather Prediction Center.noaa.gov, and here we are looking at our M class, and it absolutely did impact right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, actually. But it does look like the western half of the United States got the majority of it, I guess, if you will, with the exception, actually Hawaii probably got most of it, but this whole region was the concentrated area. Oh, come on, you. Here we go. And we can see where it built up. So we did get a good chunk in. As you can see, it's a long duration flare. That is a lot of high activity. And guess what, folks? I was right out at the pool. I was out at the pool when this baby was going off. Yippee-ki-yay. I was wondering why I was getting really hot on the head and why my arms were starting to feel like they were getting singed. Now I know why. Looking here at the Space Weather Enthusiast boards, our latest observed, we are all currently at a normal range. This is in the last 24 hours. We had a radio 1 and a G1, a geomagnetic storm level 1. So these were both in the low category, but either way, we did have something in the last 24 hours. We're actually going to back off of it, instead of being zoomed in like we were right here, which you can see nice and close. Being backed off, it kind of gives you a little bit better idea, especially when you consider that Earth is about the size of this guy right here. So look at the size of this big old nasty thing. I knew this thing wasn't done yet, but you know what? Sometimes it's nice being right, but other times, man, you really wish you weren't. But we can also see the polarity difference. We've got our positive, big developed positive here, and all this unstable negative right over here in the red. This is the negative, and we got a little bit in the... Wait till you see this eruption, folks. It is unbelievable. This thing just snaps to life, and it's almost like a dance. You can see like a playback between two different ones. This is where we were at yesterday into this morning, and as you can see, we were down in normal range, so we are out of anything. Look at the size of this thing, folks. But just wait, we're going to get to it here in just a minute, where I'll actually show it to you on ISWA, and we'll actually be able to take a nice little look at it. So they did talk about it being from 3053, which is what I figured. Let's get to it. Before we get over to ISWA, I do want to come over here to Seeds Near Real Time, and I want to show you guys something. Check this out. This is where it really gets kind of annoying and it's bothersome. It's like, you guys, you realize that we have other sources, right? They're trying to hide data. So the time was at 2050, right? So here we are at ISWA. Now this is our LASCO C2, and this is our reverse ink filter, okay? So, and as we get closer to our eruption, look, displaying 48 out of 40. There's no more. They literally stopped at noon today, 12:36. They're not giving us the data because they don't want to see if it's incoming. They don't want us to see if it's incoming. It's like, what are you guys doing? Now, here's the other thing that I've noticed. Check this out. Here's the eruption here. I'm going to get us up to it. Now, this is on stereo head, okay? So, if you were to look at this horizontally, where this is looking at the sun, Earth is like over here, okay? Even though it's equal in horizon, it's more over here in this region, okay? Now, it used to be at a 45, a perfect 45, but the stereo head is starting to get closer to Earth, so we're actually more like over here. Now, with that being the case, this thing is literally looking directly at that sunspot. So when this eruption happens, which is happening right here, it's just now coming off this right there at the surface. Look at this, it's going off this way. They're showing it like it's going off from behind. And that makes no sense. Now, at the same time, what is this perfectly round, this round circular object right here that the plasma is pushing around? What is that? I don't know, and it looks like there's another one right here. And when we come over here, You can clearly see both of those objects right here. Like, what is that and what is that? I don't know what's happening here, folks, but that's pretty interesting. And this is almost a perfect half sphere right here. Just saying. These guys are turds, but that's all right because I've got my backups. Now we're going to be over here, ISWA, and we're going to take a look at our 94 angstroms of light, and we're going to take a look at this. This thing is immense. Now I'm going to back this up a little bit, and I want you guys to watch this. There's actually some playing going on here. See, look, we had a nice little pop here, nice little flare here, just very, very tiny. Maybe a low C to a mid B. Now, if you watch, this thing is firing off. Now, if we go all the way to the beginning, it actually looks like there was an eruption on the back side. This one doesn't show it. Whoa, what was that? Do you guys see that? I think I just saw craft. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I did see a little spacecraft going zoom, traversing the sun. Now, for those of you who might be new to the channel, the Earth, or the sun is the strongest magnetic object in our solar system. This is strong magnetism. These things wouldn't be going in a straight line past the sun. They'd be going into the sun. The sun draws it in. The sun gets hit by comets and meteors and asteroids all the time. Nothing could just keep it going straight that's natural. So this is not a natural effect. This is propulsion from this little craft right here. So now that we got that out of the way, and yes, I see them on here all the time, you guys should check out some of my other videos. Let's get back to it. So then, as we had this one popping off, watch this. This one goes off, and then this one actually kind of answers and responds. Like, how you doing? Boom, see that? See that little snap? Let's back it up like boom. There's its little snap in response to this one. And then the bottom one goes off again. Look at that. See it? So it's like kind of snapping off again, and then the top one answers back. And then this one goes off again. Now look, there's something going off over here too. But this bottom one goes off, and it's got a nice little arcing and looping. And then the top one's like, oh yeah? Watch this. This ignites the fire, and it just goes kerboom. Now, I'm going to zoom in here really close, and I want you guys to notice something here. So she just lights right up. That was literally the spark. That was like, all right, that's it. Lights the fire. She reacts, and look at the loops on this thing. Now, these loops are pulling all the way, looping around right back into here. And if you notice, it is actually, with it going inside like that, it's charging, folks. It's getting ready to go again, in my opinion. We're going to come over here and we're going to check it out in the 193. Now, this is why we want to keep an eye on some of these right here. Like, we've got another large ribbon prominence right down here. So we're going to keep our eyes on that really quick. But let's, you know, for the next few days, we're going to be keeping our eyes on it. But if you notice off to the left side here, something lifts off over here. We have an eruption right here. Whoosh. Okay, and I think that might have actually kind of began some things. Now, if we watch this, we have a solar tsunami, which means there is coronal mass ejection, there is plasma inbound. You'll actually see a wave going across the surface of the sun. Whoosh, do you see that? You can actually see it all the way over here. Just keep your eye over here and you'll see a wave go across it. Whoosh, you guys see that? That is a solar tsunami. There is plasma inbound. Yes, it's coming our direction. But if you look, bam, you see how it's charging and all going towards the center? Do you see that? Oh, you stinking thing. Alright, sorry about that. Now, let's get back to it. Zoom in as much as I can on this. Look at this thing. I'm backing it up. Look at it going towards the inside. Bam! It's all charging. This is all from the outside. It's all coming to the inside. To me, that looks like it's charging to me. It's literally feeding it to the inside. You see that? It's feeding it, and it's raising up from over here. I think this thing ain't... I always said from the beginning, when this thing, I have a feeling it's going to pop off, and it sure did. But I don't think it's done. I think it's charging and ramping up for another pop. So we're definitely going to have to keep our eyes on it. Ooh, this is some wicked, wicked stuff. Now, coming over here to the 304, we're going to check it out on the 304. Let's back you up. Come on back here, baby. Now, this does go back a little ways. I'm going to back out a little bit. This does go back. Okay, here we go. Oh, what was that? Did you guys see that off to the right side? Uh-oh. We got another little spacecraft right over here. Look at this. Looks like he's got his two jet burners here, so to speak. He's got a wing here, but this one you can't see because it's on the dark side of the sun. Look at that. Uh-oh. Folks, there's so much activity going on. Anyways, let's get back to it. Oh, look. There's another little guy right here coming out of the on the bottom side. Anyways, let's keep our eyes out up here. We're going to watch this baby come to life. Now, there's prominence dancing all over the place. Luckily, they haven't lifted off. They are keeping there. But you guys see this? Now, this is where it gets interesting. I'm really going to zoom in on this here. This is drawing in plasma from all the way over here. Like, everything seems to be getting drawn into this huge state of magnetism. Look at these ribbons. You'll see them coming over this way. I'm going to back it up. See it going away? Now watch. Oh, did you guys see that? What was? Oh, here's another one going down. How you doing, little buddy? Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna hit this again and watch the plasma start coming over from here and here, coming right to the center of that. Bam! You see it running over there? Look at it. It's all charging up. It's throwing that plasma in there. It's charging and getting ready to go again, I think, folks. Yeah. So we've got to keep our eyes open for that. Now, here's where we get a little bit more details here. This is stereo ahead and LASCO C2. Stereo ahead, it actually shows it going off. But once again, it's going off this way. It should be coming directly at it. So something's going on with stereo ahead. I don't know. Is stereo ahead super close to Earth now where it's like more like here? I don't know. I haven't seen any updates on how much closer it is, but here's an object right here. There's something being pushed off, like a planetary object, you know, like Nibiru. Anyway, LASCO C2, when we look at it from LASCO C2, look at this. Once again, look at this one shows it going off to the left, and this one's showing it going off to the left. What? Maybe stereo head isn't so far ahead, folks. You know, that's about the only conclusion I can get out of that. So, yeah, we'll have to wait till Enlil and those get caught up so we can find out if we got definite plasma inbound. Guess what? We do. Eyes open, folks. No fear, and remember that love is the only way forward. Solo Wolf out.